Can I do the video, please? Are you gonna let me? Hey. Please? Can I start? You're in the way? Thank you. What is going on, people? Today we're going to be talking about one of the newer items, and that is the Lunar Boomerang, because there is a little bit of a debate. Is it the best Cavalry Offhand item there is? Period. Now that's a mouthful to say, considering that there are champion items out there that are very, very good. But this item specifically, and specifically for Cavalry, does give the mythic champion item a run for its money. Now, the champion item that I'm talking about for this case is the champion Katar, because the champion Katar is the offhand that has the most cavalry attack in it. Now, let's go ahead and break it down to see exactly how it all stacks up. So by that, let me go ahead and just put cavalry, where is it? Cavalry attack. There we go. That way we can narrow it down. And here we go. We got the champion Katar, the Dragon's Fist, which is one of the other very popular items for cavalry, and then of course, I don't know why they put it all the way at the bottom, but whatever. The Lunar Boomerang. Now, here's the thing: the most common item for cavalry sets, especially if you're not a champion player, it's the Dragon's Fist. You have a solid 31% cavalry attack and 28% army max HP. And honestly, that could be a pretty decent mix item as well, especially if your mix set is lacking a bit of cavalry stats. So it could be a pretty decent one because it has the army max HP. And also because of the cost. You only need 2 glowing eyes for, you know, if you go into mythic, but you get the point. So it's a pretty cheap but also very effective item, and this is why it's one of the more popular ones in the game for cavalry. But then once you get to the big boy stage, the champion Katar, you have 49% cavalry attack, and then of course you do have army defense, but as we both know, the defense in this game, the stat, it doesn't really add much, so you can pretty much just forget defense, okay? The main thing to worry about is the 49% cavalry attack. Now compare it to the new item, the Lunar Boomerang, we have 42%. So you're thinking, okay, well, the champion item is 7% better. True, but in this case, this one does have cavalry defense, which again, not really doing much, but it does offset some of the defensive stats on the champion Katar. But the main point here is the cavalry max HP, which we got 21%. Now, here's the thing. 7% attack, 21% max HP. Roughly, considering the weight of each stat, attack and HP, 3 times the attack stat is about equal when it comes to HP. So, if you are thinking about going the champion Katar or the Lunar Boomerang is pretty much neck and neck with the Katar. Now, there is one argument though for the Katar that actually puts it ahead of the Lunar Boomerang. But before we get to that one, let's just be honest. Getting this Lunar Boomerang to Mythic is going to be so much easier and so much cheaper, and you're pretty much going to get the same result. So if you're not like a huge spender, the Lunar Boomerang is definitely going to be the one that you can go to. Also, keep in mind that there is going to be a bunch of Monster Hunt buses where you can go ahead and try to fish for these Lunar Crests. So in essence, the Lunar Boomerang is going to be so much cheaper than the champion Katar for pretty much the same stats. Here is the thing though. The champion Katar does have 7% more attack. And where that comes into play, I'm going to go ahead and show you. And that is with familiars, funny enough. Now, let's take the tier 5 familiars in this case, right? Now, for the cavalry, let's say that this is the cavalry one. It will deal 600% damage based on your initial cavalry attack when your largest squads loses 4% of the troops. Now, already that's telling you why having higher attack is already better than the HP stat, because first of all, this damage that it's going to do is going to be based on your initial cavalry attack. So 7% higher cavalry attack, obviously that means that this is going to do more damage. The other thing to keep in note is that this is going to proc when you lose 4% of your troops. Now 4%, that means that you're pretty much going to be proccing at the beginning for the most part. But think about it. If you go more attack and less HP, that means your troops are going to die quicker, yes. But technically speaking, if they die quicker, especially to this 4% threshold, you're going to be dealing much more damage much faster. So in a way, having that 7% army attack or cavalry attack, it's going to benefit your familiars. And it's really how the familiars are proccing is once you reach a 4% threshold, 8%, 10%, that's when your familiars are proccing. So if you're like, let's say you're going glass cannon, you're trying to do as much, you're stacking as much attack, cavalry attack, army attack, etc. You stack as much attack as you can, and then you just get HP wherever you get them from that whatever item, etc. But you don't worry too much about that. Your familiars and probably your blasts are going to be even more effective. So in a way, the Katar is still definitely the better one, but there is no doubt in my mind that for most players, this Lunar Boomerang is absolutely going to be replacing the Fist, just because it is just so much better. I will say though, the Dragon's Fist is also so much more cheaper than the Boomerang that you might see the Dragon's Fist still for a very long time. And as a matter of fact, let me actually take a look at how the Mythic Dragon's Fist compared to the Legendary. So we got 31 and 28. And then if you just get the Boomerang just to gold, the Fist is still better. So yeah, you would need to get that to Mythic. So like I said, the Fist is still probably going to be relevant for a very long time, just because to get this to Mythic, unless you're just going to go all out on the pack, most people are going to be monster hunting using buses to try and get this to Mythic. So there is that. Also, I really wouldn't mind getting like this monster to replace one of the monsters in the Tycoon. Not Bond, obviously not Bond, because that's everybody's love child. But like it could replace the doll one. What the heck is it called? The shaman one? Yeah, it could definitely replace the shaman one, and you can put in Hoodclaw. Just saying, IGG. Just saying, it's just an idea that I'm sure everybody will be on board with. But yeah, let me know what you think about this Lunar Boomerang. I feel like it's going to be very, very good, and you're going to see it a lot going forward. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.